Assalamu alaikum, peace be with you. I'm Ibrahim Casey, your brother in Islam. I'm just going to share to you how I found Islam. So, by the way, I'm half Palestinian. My father is from Gaza, and my mother, she's Filipina. So, you can understand the story how come I became half. So, I was born in Philippines. Let's shortcut all the story. I was born there, and after like 2 years, I went to Palestine, and I grew up there for 6 years. So going to Palestine, our language there is Arabic. I didn't know any single word of Arabic. So after like 1 year, I have learned. I studied there first grade 1 elementary, and Alhamdulillah after that I learned, and when I became grade 2, I already learned how to read and to write, and I already start to memorize Quran. Yani Alhamdulillah, my father is a Muslim. He came to Philippines and he married my mother. My mother, she is converted to Islam. She was a Christian before, but her mother, my grandmother, is originally from Zamboanga. She was a Muslim when she was a kid, like because of her grandmother. She told us that her grandmother used to wear hijab. Half of the family are Muslim, but she grew up alone in Manila, in Philippines, and that's why she became Christian. So when my father noticed that, he married my mother. So my mother will come back in her original bloodline of being Muslim. So before my mother got married to my father, she converted to Islam. That's what I know in the story. So I grew up in 6 years in Palestine, and I was already fluent after that in Arabic, and I know how to read Quran and memorize. And we went back to Philippines 2002, and we live in Manila like 1 year, I think, and then we go to Pangasinan, then we go back to Manila and stay in Cavite. We were living in Cavite close to Tagaytay, that is Puting Kahoy Silang Cavite. We stayed there like almost more than 3 years, I think. Since my father graduated 2006, he went back first to Palestine to prepare our house, and so that time there is a war start and the border was closed, so we cannot go back anymore until we go back to Pangasinan to my grandmother. So I was born there in Pangasinan. And imagine, we grew up without any Muslims beside us, without any Arab in Cavite. So I lost the Arabic there for staying there for 16 years in Philippines. I was fluent in Arabic, but I lost it. Almost half of the words only I still remember. And even reading Quran, the memories of Quran, even Fatiha, I forget it. And everything was lost. All I know is fasting, just fasting. Since my father left, I learned to take care of fasting every month of Ramadan. And that time I was fasting without the prayer, salah, anything. So when we go to Pangasinan, I was high school that time, and really life was so hard that time, broken family, because my mom and father divorced that time, 2017. So I was having like a sad teenage life that time, and I was lost maybe for 1 year or 2 years only. But even though like that, I was already pious when I was a kid. Maybe because of my parents. My father used to teach my mother about the history of the prophets, and my mother always keep sharing on me the story of the prophets. So I grew up having this attitude, like I'm really pious at all. Alhamdulillah, by the guidance of Allah. Imagine, I was just 10 years old when I was already trying to preach, to share Islam to the kids beside us in our neighborhood in Cavite. Because I was playing with some kids at my age, around 10 years old or 11 years old. I'm telling them that God is one. God is having no son. And that's the time I was already preaching the age of 10, imagine, by the guidance of Allah. So when I was high school, I was not praying, I don't know Salah, I don't know those things, everything was left. I forgot it all. And I was searching for masjid for 2 years like this. And that time I didn't know that we have a masjid in the downtown, but I was keep on asking some foreigners that I saw, and they told me there is in the downtown, and I don't know how to go there. So when I was high school, little bit lost because of the friends and the classmates that you have. They used to drink wine, but before, when I tasted once, I really don't like it. I said, how come a person will drink this kind of taste that is so weird and it's not taste good even? I prefer to drink Coke and juice instead of, and you can see in the heart that I really dislike it. And that time I was always bullied in the school. That's why I joined some of gangster. And in the gang group, they all do the haram thing. The leader told us that all illegal thing is legal to us. So you can do any kind of haram here. Like you can, there is no haram. There is no mamnu'a in this thing. You can do everything you want. But that time I was not really happy in my situation. I'm not doing those things that they do. Even they are sleeping with girls that night. I put space. There is something in my heart that tells me that I really don't like it, and there is something in my heart that tell me to search for a masjid. So what I do, I ask some foreigner, and he see by the will of Allah Subhanallah. I was with my mother in the market, and we saw the Pakistani guy. He's like sheikh, having long beard, and he was walking in that market, and my mother told me, go hurry up and catch that Pakistani guy, because that Pakistani guy having a bargain shop. And we took some item there, we took some curtain, and my mother said, tell him that we will pay the curtain next time we will visit his shop. So I was hurry up with to catch that Pakistani guy, and he was already talking with some Filipino Muslim with long beard also. You know, it looks like scary. I was scared at the time. I said he looks like Bin Laden or something, and I thought he knows Arabic. So when that Filipino, he spoke with me, I told him we are five, because he's asking how many brother and sister I had. I told him we are khamsa. I thought he speak Arabic, and that time he didn't understand me. So, and I asked if there is any masjid here. He said, okay, this Friday come here and I will show you the masjid. So that time I went to that Pakistani shop, and he bring me to the masjid, but it's already Asr time. It's already afternoon. They were laughing. He said, no, you come. What we mean you come here Friday prayer? I said, I don't know that, I forgot. Okay, then he showed me the masjid in that place. It was crowded. And those crazy who were bullying me in the school, they are living there. So they are shocked. Oh, this guy is Muslim. They don't know that I'm a Muslim. Crazy guys. And then I saw the masjid. It was small. I thought it was weird. What kind of masjid with the bathroom? And I didn't know that there is a first floor. So when I attend next Friday, I saw the first floor, and it was really nice. And I tried to pray. I don't know how to pray. Then the kids beside me are all laughing. After my prayer, I said, why? They said, your nose doesn't touch the ground, the floor. I said, I have to touch my nose in the ground. They said, yes. I don't know how to pray. Then I found another masjid near to Kalashao. The imam there was teaching for new Muslims, so I go there always after my school, my class in high school. I go there as soon as possible, and I'm taking any kind of books. I took many like pamphlets, and this kind of books, yeah, they give it for new Muslim, right? For me, I became like a new Muslim to pick up this kind of books and read again about Islam, 5 pillars of Islam, like this, how to pray, and then that imam teaching me how to pray. And when I was making ablution, some people are curious. They looking at me and said, you are Filipino like this? And then I become friend of one Maranao. They are really good. They are the one who took care of me, however. And the first Filipino that I met is that guy, the one who had long beard, Maranao. He was in the group of Tabligh, Jamaat Tabligh. They used to go out for 3 days, 40 days. So he invited me for 3 days that time. And when the first time I attend, they let me speak in the front to make i'lan, you call it i'lan, to announce that there is someone, brother will speak after the prayer. So in my first time, I already stand there to announce that somebody will go and share Islam, one of our brothers, so we may listen to him after our prayers. And then there I noticed how to eat. They told me how the Prophet used to eat, how to say Bismillah before you eat, how to pray, how the Prophet sleep, how to use the bathroom, how to wash, how to be clean. And there I learned all. And then they told me that there is dua, there is prayer when you go enter the bathroom, when you go outside, after you eat, before you sleep. I said, wow, this is beautiful. Can I have all of this in one book, like it's written already? They said, yes, there is some book that is all the dua are written there. I said, can I have that? He said, once we go back. So when I went back, that guy gave me the book. Until now, it's here with me. All the prayers. I was so excited. Then I write them down all, put them in the wall. So before I enter the bathroom, I will read Bismillah, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min siwal ko ba, it's like this, and going out, wafran naka. I put all, and the dua going out in the house, I put them all in the wall. And beside my bed, I put also in the wall, the what you will read before you sleep. I was happy that time to know all of this. This is how like I came back. And then the prayer is funny. Why? Because I still don't know the rak'at. And then I text this guy, what is the rak'at? And then he told me, okay, Fajr, the rak'at, 2 rak'at, and Duhur, 4, 5, 4, 4, and then 3 rak'at, and then the Isha 3. And then I was praying Asr time, afternoon, I was praying Asr with loud Fatiha. I didn't know that only Fajr and Maghrib Isha is to pronounce it loud. I didn't know. And that time while I'm praying, I still have the pamphlets. I put them on the floor, on the ground, and looking at the prayers, what is next, and what to say, even the tashahhud. It was in my front. I was reading it. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. I didn't memorize all of this that time. I didn't know all of this. This is how Allah guides someone who He wills. That sometimes I was also like overacting with this kind of people. Like they are so worried with their kid. Well, I look at my father left me because of the situation he had there. So who guides me? Nobody. Even myself, I didn't. Even you say that I'm already pious that when I was a kid, but only Allah who guides whom He will. Subhanallah, and I still remember how Allah guides me for all of these things that I suffer. I became like a new Muslim for what I became in this kind of what I passed through for this situation. So this is only the thing that I can share. How do I found Islam again after this all? And there are still some story, but I will share them to my next video next time. That what happened before I found really Islam. So only this is only some of the highlights that how come I was lost, and there may be one of the reason why I became active like a new convert Muslim, because that I found Islam again after I was lost, and lost only like for 2 years or 1 year when my father left. That is only what I can share. That Allah guides whom He will. Whoever Allah guides, nobody can mislead him, send him astray. And whoever Allah left astray, nobody can guide him. So Jazakallah. Thank you for listening. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.